Hey everybody, welcome to another game in the History Maker International League. Right now it's opening day since I've got all the teams done. So we're playing an opening day game as played lineups between the Syracuse Sky Chiefs, managed by Omar Malave, and the Rochester Red Wings, managed by Andy Etchebarren. We're at PNC Stadium, which is a turf field that plays normal to both righties and lefties. Meet the starting pitchers for today's game. For Syracuse, it'll be right-hander Mike Smith, and he's got the semi-star, semi-control qualities. And for the Rochester Red Wings, it'll be Sean Douglas, if I can get him to stand up here. He is a semi-workman with flash qualities. I brought this in to play on my lunch break, and lo and behold, when I was filling things in the box to carry with me, I forgot to bring the game board, so we'll have to go without it. I got the game book, just not the game board, so I'm kind of ad-libbing it here and playing using the lid of the game as my dice rolling mechanism. So, and I'll just go through the lineups as they come up in the game. One thing I did want to bring out and see how it did is you've got the I've got the cards, the visiting team in gray and the home team in white. Kind of give them a home and road card feel. Don't know how that looks on camera, or how, if it looks like it's something that would be interesting to do with the other kind of cards from History Maker, but thought I'd give it a go here since I'm always experimenting with different things. All right, the umpires are the crew, but I don't know if they're the exact crew that were at this game, but they are a three-man crew. Or they were a three-man crew in 2002. Home plate umpire will be Justin Clem. The first base umpire will be Neil Taylor. And patrolling second and third, because the International League only uses 3 umpires. Controlling second and third will be Roger Walling. So if the game book calls for a second or third base umpire, we will go to Roger Walling. So those are the umpires. We're about ready to go. Starting things off, for the Rochester Red Wings will be Brian Roberts. You might remember him from his Oriole days. In this particular season, 2002, he was with the Rochester Red Wings as playing second base and leading off. And he'll be facing Mike Smith. I also forgot to bring my little stand, so I'm holding the camera by hand, and I'll have to pan to the results in the game book. So like I said, it's not ideal, but hopefully it'll still work a little bit. All right, so we got a 1-2-5, which is asking, is the pitcher a struggler? And Mike Smith is not. It's asking, is Brian Roberts patient? Brian Roberts is semi-patient. Desired Eye says he's patient, so he will walk, but we got the goggles or the glasses right away. So right away, the home plate umpire, Justin Clem, is going to come into, his abilities are going to be, or his ratings are going to come into question. And on the 1-2-4, it asks, questionable or leaning umpire calls, 1-2-5, it says questionable or strict umpire call strike 3. Well, Justin Clem is semi-strict. Now, the decider die was used already for the Roberts check to see if he's patient, so I'm going to re-roll and see if Justin Clem is strict or not. He is not. So since he's not strict, that walk will stand, and Brian Roberts has himself a leadoff walk to start the ball game. So that'll bring up the number 2 hitter in the lineup, Brady Clark. Brady Clark, the DH in this game. And it's a 3-4-6. Blank for the pitcher. Is Clark eager? No, he's got a good eye, so he will walk. So that's back-to-back walks to start the game. Not what Mike Smith wanted to have happen, particularly since he's got semi-control. But the rolls are going against his favor right now. And that'll bring up the left fielder, Darryl Brinkley. And we get a 4-5-6. Blank for the pitcher. Is Brinkley patient? No, he's eager, so he will fly to center. And there is one away. Both teams are neutral by default in the first game. So we're going to the chemistry chart. And it's going to be neutral against neutral. I'll go ahead and roll on the book. 2-6, 2-6. 2-6. Batting team harmony, no. If it was, it'd be a single, otherwise a ground to second, and on a lead die of 2, that's a fielder's choice. That was for, I'm sorry, I didn't show the batter. That was for Ryan McGuire, the first baseman. So he will hit into a fielder's choice. Let's see here. Ground at second, so it's a 4-6 fielder's choice. Clark is out at second base for out number 2. Roberts does go to third, so we have runners at the corners with 2 outs. And third baseman Jose Leon steps in there for Rochester in a big spot here in the first. 2-4-6. Ask, is the pitcher have control? Yes, he does. Mike Smith is a semi-control pitcher. Desire Die says he has control. So that will be a ground out back to Smith. And he pitches out of the first inning jam. And Rochester comes away empty. So maybe they ought to ask Jack Benny about Rochester. But it didn't happen. Threatened, but didn't happen. All right. So leading off for Syracuse will be center fielder Brian Lesher. Maybe he's a lesser of two evils. 256, is Douglas a struggler? No, he's a workman, but not a struggler. Champion or patient? Neither one. So we have infield drama for the Red Wings. And on their team, everyone in the infield is neutral. 3-4. 3-4. Third baseman gold. No, Jose Leon is not gold. He is neutral, so it's going to be a base hit for Lesher. So Lesher was a leadoff single for Syracuse. And that brings up second baseman Orlando Hudson. Switch hitting second baseman. We get a 3-4-5. And a 3-4-5 is iron catcher. Nope, Izzy Molina of Rochester is not iron. Does Hudson have a good eye? No, he does not. So he will strike out. So Orlando Hudson takes the K. So he's out of there. And that means we're going to the right now chart because that was in blue. And Douglas will be semi-hot because of that strikeout. And the next Syracuse batter, Chad Mottola, will be neutral. It's a 4-5, and Douglas will be a hot pitcher. 4-5, cold batter. No, he's not cold. If he was, it would be a strikeout. If not third batter, next batter strikes out. Otherwise, the ground to first. So it's a ground at the first with lead die of 4, which means the runner advances. So Mottola grounds to first baseman Figueroa, 3 unassisted, and Lesher will go to second base. Now there are 2 outs with a runner in scoring position for the designated hitter Pedro Swan. So Pedro Swan in a big spot here, a 2-out opportunity for an RBI. As I drop my die, let's see here. I don't want to hold the video, so I'm going to pause it real quick while I look for that die. Okay, all dice accounted for. Here's Pedro Swan. 1-3-5. That is the rare play. And we need to go into the ballpark. And PNC Stadium plays normal with turf field. Normal and turf field. So we'll go ahead and roll on the ballpark chart. It's 2-2. 2-2. Artificial turf ballpark. Yes, it is. Sharply hit ball caroms off carpet for a single. How about that? So a single for Pedro Swan. Now a lead die of 2. However, the runner will have to be active to score, and Lesher is not active. So he's going to stop at third. Puts runners at the corners. Same situation Rochester had in the first. Runners at the corners for the catcher, Josh Phelps. So Josh Phelps. We get a 1-2-4. Control pitcher. No, Douglas does not have the control quality. Is Phelps eager? No, he's semi-patient. So he will walk. So Josh Phelps walks to load the bases with 2 outs. And that brings up slugging left-handed first baseman Gary Burnham. So Gary Burnham, bases loaded and 2 outs. 4-5-6, blank for the pitcher. Is he patient? No, he's not. He will fly to center. And Douglas pitches out of a big jam. And after 1 complete from PNC Stadium, it's Rochester nothing, Syracuse nothing. And we go to the chemistry chart since that result was in purple. And they're both neutral as mentioned before. And up for Rochester is center fielder Chad Allen. He'll be batting off the chemistry roll. 2-6, 2-6, 2-6. Batting team harmony. Nope, it's going to be a ground out to second. So Allen grounds to Hudson for 1 away. And that brings up the catcher, one of the many Molinas, Izzy Molina. Probably the least known of the Molinas. Izzy Molina. So 115. 115 asks, is he fresh? Yes, he is. We're only in the second inning, so it's a strikeout. I'm sorry, it's a pop out to the infield of our choice, so we'll say he pops up to the shortstop. Pops up to Perez at short for out number 2. 2 down, nobody on for first baseman Frankie Figueroa. That's a 1-1-3. Is he an ace? No, he's not an ace. Is he a slugger? No, he's not a slugger. He's still going to single to center, though, because he's not a sad sack or home run king, so he will single. Frankie Figueroa with a 2-out single. And that brings up the number 9 hitter, shortstop Hanley Frias. Hanley Frias. 3-3-6. Is he an ace? No. Sad sack, utility, or patient? He's semi-sad sack, but Sire Die says no, so Frias is going to single to center field. And on a lead die of 3, that's a 2-base advancement, putting runners at the corners with 2 outs. That result was in red, but with these minor league cards, I've rated them, they're all supposed to be prospects pretty much, so I'm just ignoring any experience role in this game. I could go to the experience chart and count them all neutral, but to me it just makes more sense just to bypass that result and go straight to the regular cards or regular chart book. So that's what I'm doing. Brian Roberts back up to the plate with runners at the corners and 2 outs. He walked his first time up. 3-5-6, that's the left-right split. And since he's a switch hitter, he will get the base hit. He will get the base hit unless he's utility or sad sack, which he is not. So Brian Roberts with an RBI single bringing in Figueroa. All this with 2 outs and nobody on. Frias will go to third, and Rochester has a 1-0 lead. Still 2 outs and runners at the corners for Howie Clark. Clark also walked his first time up. We get a 1-3-4, which is asking about a gold catcher. Phelps is not gold. Is the batter a champion? Howie Clark's a semi-champion. Desiree says he's a champion, so that's a bloop single to left, and that will score Frias. And Rochester has popped in 2 runs all of a sudden. Roberts will stop at second base. Since it was a lead die of 1, he only gets the 1 base. And that brings up left fielder Darrell Brinkley with runners at first and second, 2 outs. And now Mike Smith's a full struggler. He's given up 4 consecutive base runners. 3-4-5, iron catcher, no. Good eye, no. He's eager, so he will strike out. Brinkley strikes out to end the inning. But 2 runs for the Rochester Red Wings. We go to the bottom of the second. It's Rochester 2 and Syracuse nothing. And that result was in blue, so we're going to the right now chart for the bottom of the second. And on the right now chart, Douglas is neutral for getting a fly out of Burnham. And the next batter for Syracuse, Jason Worth, is also neutral. So we have neutral against neutral. It's a 1-3. Cold pitcher, no, he's not cold. So it's going to be a line out to center field. And Jason Worth is out of there for out number 1. All right, now go to third baseman Joe Klimek. Joe Klimek at third, number 8 hitter for the Sky Chiefs. 1-3-4, gold catcher Izzy Molina. Izzy Molina is neutral, he's not gold. Champion, he is not a champion, so we have outfield drama. Outfield drama for Rochester, they're all neutral in the outfield. 4-6, 4-6, left fielder Iron, no he's not. So it's a line out, and that is in purple. So we'll be going to the chemistry chart on that fly out to left. And that brings up the only starter not to come to the plate yet, and that's Jerson Perez. So Jerson Perez will be batting off the chemistry chart, neutral against neutral. So 4-6. 4-6 pitching team dissonance. No, they're not. So it's a line out to third, and that's going to end the inning. Douglas gets them 1, 2, 3. So we've played 2 complete here at PNC Stadium with the score Rochester 2, Syracuse nothing. Top of the third, and Ryan McGuire leads off. He grounded into a fielder's choice his first time up. 2-4-6, asking does he have control. Mike Smith has semi-control, but the sire die says no. So we come down here, is he eager or a sad sack? He is neither one, so he will walk. An active runner will steal. McGuire is stoic, so he will stay right where he is. But it's a leadoff walk. And that's walk number 3 given up by Smith, even though he's got semi-control. The dice just have not been with him. Here's Jose Leon. Grounded back to the mound his first time up. 3-3-6. Is he an ace? No, he's not. Is he sad sack, utility, or patient? He's none of that. So that's a single to center by Jose Leon. Lead die of 3 is a 2-base advancement, so McGuire will go to third, putting runners at the corners with nobody out for Chad Allen. That result was in red, but again, since it's a experience thing and we're in the minors, we're just going to keep going like it never happened. Here's Chad Allen. 4-5-6. Is Chad Allen patient? No, he's not. It's a fly out to center field, and that's actually going to be a sacrifice fly with that lead die of 4. So Chad Allen gets the RBI, making it 3-0 in favor of Rochester. That was in purple, so we will be going to the chemistry chart for Izzy Molina's at bat. Again, neutral against neutral. It's a 2-2. 2-2, batting team dissonant. No, they're not. So it's a double for Molina. Molina doubles. That's going to put Leon to third base. Runners at second and third with only 1 out. Lead die of 2, you get the 2 bases, and that's it. So here's Frankie Figueroa. The infield's going to have to come in. There's no choice. It's a 2-4-5. 2-4-5 is blank for the pitcher. Is he a hero? Frankie Figueroa is a semi-hero. Desire Die says he's a hero. So that's a single to left field. Lead die of 2, you get 1 base unless the runner on second is active, which Molina is actually stoic. But it's another run across the board. It's 4-0 in favor of Rochester, and now the Syracuse bullpen is definitely working in full force. Runners are at the corners with nobody, with only 1 out because the sacrifice fly wasn't out. So 1 out, runners at the corners for shortstop Hanley Freaks. And that's not good news for Smith either. 4-4-4. Is Frias a scrapper? No, he's not. It's a double to right field. That's going to clear the bases. On a lead die of 4, runners advance 2 bases on singles, scores on doubles. So Molina will score from third. Figueroa will score from first. And that's going to do it for Smith. They're not going to go any further with him. He only makes it 2 1/3. And he is out of there. We'll be right back with the new Syracuse pitcher. All right, new pitcher is Robbie Crabtree. He will be an ace this first at bat. And he's going to be taking on the leadoff hitter, Brian Roberts. 1 for 1 with a single and a walk. It's a 2-2-4. Pitching at home, yes he is. It's a pop out to short. We are at PNC Stadium in Syracuse, so he gets Roberts to pop to short. That keeps Frias at second. Now with 2 away for Howie Clark, the DH. And Howie Clark is also 1 for 1 with a single and a walk. 1-1-6. Is he fresh? Yes, he is. It's a strikeout. So Crabtree comes in and shuts the door, but kind of late. Damage was already done. Rochester puts up 4 runs in the top of the third, take a 6-0 lead on the Syracuse Sky Chiefs. Syracuse has their work cut out for them. We're back to the top of the order, and center fielder Brian Lesher. Lesher, a 1-4-5. Is he a struggler? No, Douglas is a semi-workman, not a struggler, so it's a ground out to third. 1 away. Lesher is out of there. And here is Orlando Hudson. Hudson, a 1-2-5. Is he a struggler? No, he's not. Is he patient? No, he's not patient. So he will ground to third unless he's a whiffer. He's a semi-whiffer. Desire Die says no. So it's a ground out to third. 2 consecutive ground balls to third. Make 2 quick outs. And here's Chad Matola. Matola, 3-4-6, blank for the pitcher. Is he eager? No, he's not eager, so he will walk. He is semi-active. Desire Die says he's active, so even though he's down 6-0, he's going to steal second base, maybe try to get in scoring position where a single can break the shutout. And it's up to Pedro Swan to be that single. Swan did single his first time up. 3-4-5, iron catcher, no. Does he have a good eye? No, he doesn't, so he's going to strike out. And Pedro Swan, so much for that. And the Chiefs, Syracuse Sky Chiefs, go down rather quietly. So after 3 complete, it is Rochester seemingly in control by the score of 6-0. Okay, leadoff hitter is Darrell Brinkley. He's 0 for 2 with a strikeout, so he certainly do. 2-4-6, that's the control check. Crabtree does not have control. Is he eager or sad sack? Darrell Brinkley is eager. So that means he will pop it up to third. So pop out to third baseman. Klimek, that's out number 1. And here's Ryan McGuire, first baseman. McGuire 0 for 1 with a walk. 2-4-5. Nothing for the pitcher. Is he a hero? Ryan McGuire just happens to be a hero. So that's a single to left field for McGuire. He gets his first hit of the ball game. 1 out single for McGuire. Brings up Jose Leon. Leon, 2-5-6. Is he a struggler? No, he's a workman, not a struggler. Is he champion or patient? Neither one. So we have infield drama. And for Syracuse, in their infield, Klimek is iron. Hudson is semi-gold. All right. Let's see here. 2-5. Second baseman iron. No, he's a neutral in this particular case. So it's going to be a routine ground out. And with a lead die of 2, that's a fielder's choice. So Leon reaches on the 4-6 fielder's choice for out number 2. Brings up Chad Allen. Chad Allen. And Allen had a sacrifice fly his last time up. 3-4-5. Iron catcher, no. Good eye, no. He's eager. So he's going to strike out. And that's going to end the top of the 4th, and no runs scored. We go to the bottom of the 4th. Still 6-0 in favor of Rochester. That result was in blue, so we're going to the right now chart for Josh Phelps. And Josh Phelps, his last time up, walked, so he's neutral. And Douglas struck out Swan last time, so he's semi-hot. So we have a semi-hot pitcher against a neutral batter. Now it's a hot pitcher, 2-5. It says hot batter. No, he's not a hot batter. So it's going to be a liner to first base, fielded over there by Figueroa. And Phelps is gone to start the bottom of the 4th. That'll bring up first baseman Gary Burnham. Burnham, a 1-3-4. Gold catcher, no. Is he a champion? No, he's not a champion. So we got outfield drama for Rochester. And they're all 3 are neutral. Get a 3-5. Left fielder gold, no, he's not. It's going to be a double. So Gary Burnham just wraps a double into the gap. And Syracuse trying to get something going here. And it's going to be up to Jason Worth to keep it going. Worth fly to center his first time up. 2-5-6. 2-5-6. Ask, is he a struggler? No, he's a semi-workman. Is a batter champion or patient? He is patient. So since he's patient, he will draw a walk. So that puts 2 on with 2 outs. And that's going to leave it up now to Josh Klimek. Josh Klimek. 3-4-4. Is he a prospect? Well, we're not using that because he's neutral. So he's not a prospect. Is he patient? No, he's not. It's a pop out to second. And that's going to end the bottom of the 4th. So we've played 4 complete here at PNC Stadium with the score Rochester 6, Syracuse nothing. All right, top of the 5th, and Izzy Molina will lead things off. Crabtree's in his 2nd inning of relief. He is semi-fresh. We got a 1-4-5. 1-4-5, struggler, no. Ground out to third. So Izzy Molina grounds to Klimek. And there's 1 away for Frankie Figueroa. Frankie Figueroa. 4-4-6. Is he a star? No, Crabtree's a workman. Sad sack, utility, or patient for Figueroa. He's none of those. So Figueroa will single to right field. He is stoic, so he will not steal. And that's in red, so again, we're skipping that because of the minor league set. There is no experience to draw on. Calling them all neutral on that. I'm just going to ignore that particular result for this set. Here is Frias. That's the 2-3-6. That's a double control, which he does not have. So what is a walk? Runners are at first and second with one out. Back to the top of the order, and Brian Roberts singled, walked, and popped to short. 2-3-6. We did it again. Another walk, thanks to the 2-3-6 roll, which has now come up twice in a row. I have a tendency to do that sometimes, to roll those multiple things like that. All right, now Crabtree is a semi-struggler because he's given up 3 consecutive base runners, and Howie Clark is the batter. 2-4-6 is asking about control. Crabtree does not have it. Is Clark eager or a sad sack? He's neither one, so he will walk as well, and that will bring in a run. 3 straight walks have brought in a run, and that's going to do it for Mr. Crabtree. He will exit, pitches 1 1/3 inning, and that's it. Or let's see here, maybe 1 2/3. See, he took over in the third, got the last out of the third, so that's a third. So it's like an inning and 2/3 in actuality. Or maybe 2 complete. Looks like 2 complete. My bad. 2 complete for Crabtree. Either way, he's out of there. They can't. Omar Malave can't continue to go on any further, especially with all these walks coming around. So they are going to bring in Scott Winchester. Scott Winchester is now in relief. He will be an ace this at bat. He is a struggler with semi-control, but he will be an ace this first at bat, and he's going to be doing it against Darrell Brinkley. Bases loaded, 1 out, looking for the double play potentially. 3-4-4 prospect. Of course, we're skipping that. Patient, no, he's eager, so he will pop out to second, and that will be the second out of the inning. Infield fly rule in effect for the second out, so now he's no longer an ace. Bases are still loaded with 2 outs for right fielder Ryan McGuire. I got first base on the card, but he played first base and the outfield. So this game on opening day, he was a right fielder. 2-4-6 talks about control. He's got semi-control. Desire Die says he has control, so it's a ground ball back to the pitcher. And Winchester gets out of the jam. And after all that, Rochester just gets the 1 run. But the 1 run just adds to their total. And now we go to the bottom of the 5th with the score. Rochester up by a touchdown, 7-0. Jerson Perez will lead off for Syracuse against Douglas. And even though Douglas is a semi-workman, he is tossing a shutout. And I dropped my red die. There it is down there. Don't feel like pausing the video, so I'm just going to try to kick this with my foot and get it over here. All right. So, Jerson Perez, 5.66. Is he wild? No. Does he have a good eye? No, he's semi-eager, so he will strike out. So, Jerson Perez is out on strikes. That makes Douglas semi-hot in his next batter faced, which is going to be the top of the order, and Brian Lesher. In actuality, in this game, they had another player play center field, but I did not make a card for him yet. I'm in the process of doing that. So we're just going to go with Lesher because he is a replacement. All right, so Lesher is in there, and it's a right now Lesher last time is neutral because of a ground out, and Douglas is semi-hot. All right, they're both neutral, 2-5. Hot batter, nope, it's not a hot batter, so he's going to line it to first. And there's quickly 2 up, 2 down. And that'll move on to Orlando Hudson, second baseman. Orlando Hudson, he's 0 for 2 as well. 2-4-5. 2-4-5 is empty on the pitcher. Is he a hero? He's a semi-champion, but not a hero, so he will pop it up to second base. And that's going to end the inning. It's in red, but of course we're ignoring those for this set. So we're not going to go to the experience chart. We're going to go straight to the regular boards for the top of the 6th, which is going to start with Jose Leon, the third baseman. He will be leading it off against Winchester, who is now semi-fresh. 336. Is he an ace? No, he's not. Is he sad sack, utility, or patient? He's none of those. It's a base hit for Leon. Leon with his second hit of the game leads things off, and that'll bring up Chad Allen. 1-2-2. Is he a workman? No, he's a struggler, but not a workman. Is he a champion or a whiffer? He is a semi-whiffer. Desired Eye says he's a whiffer. So he's going to single to third base, infield single. So when it rains, it pours on Syracuse. So first two are on. Here's Izzy Molina. Could bunt, but up 7-0. That would be kind of ridiculous. 2-4-6 is a control check. He is semi-control. Desired Eye says he's control. It's a ground up to the pitcher. That's a fielder's choice. Call it 1-6. Allen out at second. For the first out, Leon will move to third. So now runners are at the corners with one out for Frankie Figueroa. Frankie goes to Hollywood. Hope he relaxes. All right, here's 1-5-6. Yes, I've got to come up with the puns when the score gets this bad. Even though if they're bad puns, that goes along with the game. 1-5-6. Is he a whiffer? You better believe he's a whiffer. He whiffed right there. And there's 2 down. So when 2 tribes go to war, he whiffs. Does Frankie. He does not go to Hollywood. Here is Hanley Frias. 1-3-6. Is he an ace? No. Is he a whiffer or cold? He's a semi-whiffer. Decider says he's a whiffer. So Mr. Frias takes the whiff. And that does nothing for Rochester. They get a guy on, but can't make anything happen. Actually get 2 on, can't make anything happen. They don't need to when they're up 7-0. We go to the bottom of the 6th. And this is the last inning of semi-freshness potentially for Douglas, although he is pitching a shutout. So that could continue. Here's Chad Mottola, 1-3-4. Gold catcher, no. Champion, no. He's a semi-hero. It's outfield drama, and everybody on Rochester is neutral. So 4-6. 4-6 left fielder iron. Nope, he's not iron. So it's a line out, and that's in purple. So we will be going to the chemistry chart for the next at-bat, with both teams being neutral. And the next at-bat belongs to Pedro Swan, the DH. I miss not having my boards with me, but I guess the box top works okay. In a pinch. All right, I did an incorrect roll. It should be just 2 dice roll for the chemistry, not the 3 dice roll. So they're both neutral, 3-5. Pitching team distance, no, they're not distant. It's a ground out to short. Ground out to short. Handled over there by Frias. It's quickly 2 up, 2 down. And Syracuse, an inauspicious opening day in front of the home folks. Here's Josh Phelps. 1-1-1. That might get something going here. Is he an ace? No. Is he a scrapper? No. It is a home run for Josh Phelps. Took it deep over the left field fence here at PNC Stadium. It's a solo shot and a mild smattering of applause from the Sky Chief fans, but it does break up the shutout. Here's Gary Burnham. That means Douglas will not be able to carry semi-freshness the rest of the way. 1-1-5. Is he fresh? He's semi-fresh for the rest of this inning. And Decider says he's fresh, so it's a pop out to the infielder of our choice. So he pops to second. And that ends the inning. So now Douglas is no longer semi-fresh the rest of the game. So Syracuse picks up a run. And after 6 complete, it is Rochester 7, Syracuse 1. And Winchester's going to go out there for another inning. He's lost all freshness, but he's going to try to plug away here and eat some innings. Here's Brian Roberts. 2-3-6, that dreaded double control, which is an automatic walk. So yet another walk. And even though you got some semi-control pitchers, the dice are not being kind to them. They're finding the walk results. Here's Howie Clark. 2-3-4 is base runners on base. Yes, there are. We got plate drama. Plate drama, and the catcher, Phelps, is neutral. It's a 4-4. 4-4 catcher iron. No, they're not iron, so foul. Let's see. Catcher unable to make play on a towering fly for a strike. Otherwise, it's a foul pop-up. So since he's not iron, Phelps will make that catch, and Howie Clark is retired. Brings up Darrell Brinkley, the left fielder, with one out and Roberts at first. It is a 2-5-6. Ask if he's a struggler. He certainly is. He certainly is a struggler, so he will walk. So yet another walk has hit the boards. Loads of walks in this game, uncharacteristic for this set, because a lot of the players are eager. That's just the way the dice rolls are falling. 2-3-4, we got plate drama again. And it's my not so great dice rolling, bringing the same rolls over and over. So we're back to plate drama. 1-5. Catcher gold. No, he's not gold. It's a pass ball. So that's just going to make things even a little bit worse. Pass ball will move the runners up to second and third. That was in red, but of course we ignore the red part and just keep with the original roll on the regular chart. Infield is in. It's 2-4-4. 2-4-4. Is he an ace? No. Is batter a champion? No, he's not. It's a ground out to short unless he's a whiffer. He is a whiffer, so that's a strikeout. McGuire out on strikes for out number 2. So 2 down. And that brings up Jose Leon, the third baseman. Runners still at second and third. Infield back to normal depth. 1-4-5. Struggler. Yes, he is. It's a wild pitch, and that's going to bring home a run. How do you like that? A wild pitch. Pass ball gets him over. Wild pitch gets him in. I believe that's going to be an unearned run because of the pass ball previously, but not sure yet. And actually, Jose Leon's still at bat. So Leon's still at bat with the runner at third and 1 run in. It's a 4-6-6. Is he wild? No. Home run king or slugger? He's neither one. So it's a single to left field, and that's going to bring home another run. So now that makes the run earned because he would have scored anyway, even without the pass ball. So both runs are going to be earned on that single by Leon. 2 more on the books. It is now 9-1. And Winchester trying to get through this inning if he can to get out of here, and they'll bring in somebody else for the 8th and 9th. Here's Allen, 2-5-6. Is he a struggler? Yes, he is. He will walk. And that puts runners at first and second. So that'll bring up Izzy Molina. Maybe they can get Molina out. He's the 7th man to bat in the inning. 4-4-5. Is he a workman? No, he's not a workman. He's a struggler. Is Molina patient? No, he's semi-eager. So he will ground to first, and the inning is over. But 2 runs come in for Rochester. 7th inning stretch time. It is Rochester 9 and Syracuse 1. Okay, new pitcher in for Rochester here to start the 7th will be Josh Towers. He is a struggler and a workman. Does have the control quality, and he will be an ace to first at bat as he faces Jason Worth. 5-5-6. 5-5-6. Is he an ace? Yes, he is on the first at bat. He's an ace. That's a line out to third, and that just took a double away from Jason Worth. So Worth lines it to Leon at third. 1 away, and that brings up the third baseman, Josh Klemek. Klemek, 1-5-6. Is he a whiffer? He's a semi-whiffer. Side says he's a whiffer, so he will strike out. 2 up, 2 down. So Syracuse not having any more luck with Towers than they had with Douglas. Here's Perez, 2-2-3. Is he wild? No, he's got control. Slugger or utility? He's neither one, so he will single to left field. So Jerzyn Perez, a 2-out single. Mock cheer from the crowd here at PNC. Here's Brian Lesher. 1-2-4. 1-2-4 control. Yes, he does. They nicknamed him Josh Control Towers for a reason. It's a ground out to short, and that's going to end the 7th. So we go to the top of the 8th with the score, unfortunately, again, out of hand, 9-1. And we're going to have a new pitcher for the Sky Chiefs. And the new pitcher for the Sky Chiefs will be right-hander John Ratliff. He is semi-wild, that's his only quality. But he will be an ace on this first at-bat, and they're going to try to get him to pitch innings 8 and 9 if possible, and save any more overusage of the bullpen. All right, so Mr. Frankie Goes to Hollywood steps to the plate, Frankie Figueroa. 3-3-4. Is he an ace or star? He's an ace this first at bat, so it's a pop out to first. And that'll be one away. So Figueroa is out. Here's Hanley Frias. Frias at 1-2-2. Is he a workman? No. Champion or a whiffer? He's a semi-whiffer. Decided by says no. So he's going to line it to third. And Klimek will field that. 2 up, 2 down. We could get a 1-2-3 inning. But he has to get Brian Roberts to get that to happen. Brian Roberts. This will be his 6th time stepping to the plate. 2-5-6. Is he a struggler? No, he's semi-wild, but he's not a struggler. Is he champion or patient? He is semi-patient, but decide or die says no. So we got infield drama. And on the infield, Klimek is iron and Hudson is semi-gold. 2-5. 2-5. Second baseman iron. No, he's not. So it's a ground out to Hudson. And the inning is over. So the 8th inning is in the books. No damage done any further. It is still 9-1. Second inning of work for Josh Towers. He is now semi-fresh. And his first batter to be faced is Orlando Hudson. Hudson 0 for 3, even though he's a semi-champion and a semi-slugger. 1-1-3. 1-1-3. Is he an ace? No. Is he a slugger? Well, he's a semi-slugger. Decide or die says no. But he's still going to get a single to center. Still going to get a single to center. So, not a total loss. Orlando Hudson with a leadoff single. Brings up Chad Matola. Chad Matola. 1-3-6. Is he an ace? No. Is he whiffer or cold? Matola is a semi-whiffer. Decide or die says he's a whiffer. So he is down on strikes. 1 away. Brings up Pedro Swan, the DH. 1-1-6. Is he fresh? No, he's semi-fresh. Decide or die says no. Utility or sad sack? Neither one. So it's a single to left field for Pedro Swan. 1 base advancement with the lead die of 1. So Syracuse has 2 on with 1 out for Josh Phelps, the catcher, who homered his last time up. 1-3-4. Gold catcher, no. Champion, no, he's not a champion. So we have outfield drama, and all outfielders for Rochester are neutral. And it's a 2-4. 2-4. Center fielder gold. Nope, it's going to be a single. Base hit single. That will load the bases. Unless Hudson, well, no, Hudson is not active. He's neutral. So bases will be loaded with only 1 out, and that result was in purple. So we'll be going to the chemistry chart for Gary Burnham's at bat. Bases loaded and 1 out. It's a 2-4. Batting team harmony, no. It's a fly out to left. And on a 2, you have to be active to get a sacrifice fly out of that. So otherwise it's a hold. So that is a fly to left for out number 2. And now it's up to Jason Worth with the bases loaded and 2 outs. Jason Worth. Chance to try to bring some respectability to Syracuse. 3-4-4. He might have done it. No, take that back. Well, he did. He's patient. So 3-4-4 says he's patient. So that's a walk. So that walk will force in a run. It's an RBI walk by Jason Worth. Makes it a 10-2 ball game. Or 9-2 ball game. Check that. 9-2. Don't make it any worse than it already is. 9-2. And that brings up Josh Klimek, the third baseman, with the bases still loaded and 2 outs. If he were to put 1 out, it would all of a sudden be 9-6. You'd have a ball game. Here's Klimek. 1-2-5. 1-2-5. Ask, is the pitcher a struggler? Josh Towers is a struggler. So that 1-2-5 is a grand slam home run by Josh Klemek. Josh Klemek, because he's not a scrapper, that grand slam home run will stand. So Josh Klemek just took towers, just toppled the towers, and struck a 4 spot in one blow for Syracuse. All of a sudden, it's a 9-6 ball game, and that's going to do it for Towers. He is out of there. Probably went one batter too many. So now they're going to have to go to their bullpen again. And they're going to go to lefty Yorkis Perez. So Yorkis Perez is in for Rochester. Who would have thought they would have needed their closer? They might need their closer in the 9th. So either way, it is 9-6. And Jerson Perez, the shortstop, is up. They could actually pinch hit for him if they wanted to. And Chris Cumberland is going to be coming in for Syracuse to pitch the 9th. So Ratliff went his 1 inning, and Cumberland will come in and pitch the 9th. Looking at their bench, they're going to bring in Felipe Lopez. He's going to pinch hit for Perez. So while the iron's hot, they're going to try to strike. So Felipe Lopez will be coming in to pinch hit for Perez, and he will take over at short in the 9th. And the new pitcher is Yorkis Perez. Lopez is a switch hitter, Perez a lefty. And Perez has flash quality. He will be an ace on this first at bat. So it's Perez against Lopez. Sorry, my finger got in the way. Perez against Lopez. So 2-3-5. 2-3-5. No, he's not wild. Is he eager? No, he's patient. So he will ground to second, but if he's patient, he's going to walk. So Lopez, being patient, found that walk. And now the 9th man to bat in the inning, leadoff hitter Brian Lesher, is in. He's a righty against the lefty Yorkis Perez. It's a 2-3-4. That means runners are on base. We do have plate drama. So plate drama will come up, and the catcher is neutral, Molina. It's a 1-5. Catcher Gold. No, he's not Gold, so it's a pass ball. And that pass ball will move Lopez up to second base. So he's at second base, and that pass ball result. Where'd it go here? Catcher Gold. Yeah, it was in red, so we're going to ignore that. So Lesher is up. Base hit could bring in a run. 1-6-6. He's not a workman. Is he a whiffer? Yes, he is. Brian Lesher is a whiffer, so he will strike out. And all 9 men come to the plate for Syracuse. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of them score. So at the end of 8, it is Rochester 9, Syracuse 6. And Chris Cumberland is in to pitch the top of the 9th to try to keep it that way. He will be facing Howie Clark to start things off. And he will be an ace this at bat. He's a star with semi-flash. He's going to be an ace on this first at bat against Howie Clark. 9-6, top of the 9th. 1-4-5. 1-4-5. Is he a struggler? No, he's not a struggler. So it's going to be a ground out to third. Howie Clark out of there. And for Rochester, their closer is loosening in the bullpen. Here's Darryl Brinkley. 5-6-6. Is he wild? No. Good eye. No, he's eager, so he will strike out. So Brinkley out on strikes for out number 2. And that's in blue, so we're going to the right now chart for Ryan McGuire. And Ryan McGuire struck out his last time up, so he's cold. Cumberland just got the strikeout. He's hot, so it's a hot pitcher against a cold batter. And that was a leaner, so we'll re-roll. So 2-6. 2-6. Hot pitcher, yes he is. Overpowers batter with best pitch for a strikeout. So Cumberland strikes out McGuire. And that ends it for Rochester in the top of the 9th. We go to the bottom of the 9th. I didn't think it would be a close game to need a save, but Rochester may need that now. So we'll be right back with the new Rochester pitcher for the bottom of the 9th. Okay, a new pitcher in the bottom of the 9th for Rochester to try to get the save is Rafael Pena. He's a semi-star with control. He's an ace his first at bat as he faces Orlando Hudson. Start things off, it's 9-6. 1-2-5. 1-2-5. Is he a struggler? No. Is the batter patient? Hudson is not patient, so he will ground to third unless he's a whiffer. He's a semi-whiffer. The sire dice says he's a whiffer. So Hudson is out to start the ninth. That'll bring up Chad Mottola. So Syracuse does have the heart of their order up. That's the one good thing for them. Mottola, 1-5-6. Is he a whiffer? Yes, he is a semi-whiffer. The sire dice says he's a whiffer. So Pena, back-to-back strikeouts. Quickly 2 up, 2 down. And so it could be close but no cigar for Syracuse. Here's Pedro Swan. So 1-3-4. Gold catcher, no. Is Swan a champion? No. We got outfield drama, so it's up to the outfielders to finish it off. They are all neutral. We get a 4-5. Center fielder gold. No, he's not gold, so it's a base hit for Pedro Swan. Keeps the hope alive. Pedro Swan is on with a single, and that brings up Josh Phelps, who's already homered in this game. It is a 3-4-5. 3-4-5. Iron catcher, no. Good eye. He's semi-patient, but he does not have a good eye. So it's a strikeout, and that is the ball game. So Syracuse tried to make it a ball game, and they actually did. They closed the gap from 9-1 to 9-6, but could not come back all the way. Winning pitcher was starter Shane Douglas, and the save goes to Rafael Pena, and the loss taken by Mike Smith, the starter, who struggled mightily early on. So that's it from here. Another edition of the International League seasons. Don't know what you thought of the different shaded colors for the road and home cards. I think it looks kind of neat, but that's just me. I'm kind of out there sometimes on some of these ideas. But anyway, just thought I'd put that out there and give you guys another look at the International League season. And I hope you guys are having a great day, whatever day you happen to be watching this. And keep rolling whatever game you choose to roll, however you choose to play it. And I'll see you down the road.